Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Here goes my grating voice. Yeah, one of the sugars says, I bet men have a problem with your voice. Yeah, being a little aggressive. Yes, I know this is my aggressor voice. Trust me, I can have a deep, soothing, slightly raspy, darker voice. But when I get excited, I do get kind of grating, I do admit. Yes, I did block that person, by the way. I'm glad you guys are enjoying my shorts. I'm having fun doing them. And I will continue doing them. So here we go. Brainwashing the Italians. That's what is happening now. On X, someone was in Italy, and they ran across a magazine cover with Meghan on it. There's a shampoo bottle there, and it's quoted as saying, "Love wins over hate campaign." Okay, whatever, Meghan. And then ironically, there's an article with Pam too. Yeah, on a national magazine. So, okay, whatever, Meghan. Trying to get an Oscar invite. Yeah, she's trying to do that again. She's putting out all kinds of fake spins because you know how she does it on an annual basis, hoping she can get that microphone. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Another drop today. Camilla just adopted a dog named Molly. Well, good for her. It's nice to adopt dogs that need homes. Good on her. I hope that the dog is a nice addition to Charles and her and gives them lots of joy and pleasure. You got to have your dog therapy. So I think that's good. Maybe that's for Charles. Maybe it's a gift for Charles. Maybe we'll find out later. Maybe they'll have some pictures for us to see. That would be nice. Okay, avalanche of missteps. That's another headline here. Quote unquote, struggling to win back the public, say experts. Well, I think it's too late. The experts weighed in. The public's weighed in. We see her for what she is. She's struggling to show people her authentic self. Nobody knows who she is, quote unquote. Unfortunately, we do. We've seen her. Yeah. All right. What else is going on? Yeah, people are talking about the eyes, the psycho eyes of Elizabeth Holmes. She's the one that did the blood test Theranos, and she was on the cover of magazines, and she was like going to be like the greatest, most wealthiest woman on the planet next, like the biggest billionaire, female billionaire, and she was mirroring Steve Jobs wearing this dark turtleneck, and the woman's eyes simply don't blink. They're like these blue saucers, and the blink rate on a psycho antisocial is very slow. Hers is incredibly slow. It's like, does she ever blink? So she's being compared to that along with Anna Sorokin. Anna Sorokin was that fake aristocratic. She went to New York. She was from Germany, and she swore she was from someplace else. And then she got all these like the wealthiest people to invest in a business. And then she was just a con artist, and she would go around, and they did this Netflix series. I do recommend it. Hilarious line that I cannot get out of my head. Don't you know who I am? I'm Anna. So yeah, it's that chick. And she did go to prison, and she didn't seem to mind it so much. And then she wore an ankle bracelet, and she didn't want to be sent back to Germany. Well, guess what? She's still here. Yeah, I know. Crazy. We are just too kind here, you guys. So anyways, yeah, I forgot to mention also Psycho Elizabeth Holmes. She changed her voice into this really deepened voice so that she would sound more authentic. Yeah. And then they put Meghan in with the mix. So then there's Meghan. Yeah. So that's nice to be compared to all those other two women. I think she's in the right place. They forgot to mention Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Here we go. Meghan faked 2 births, but still not held accountable. People are saying that. Yeah, because apparently the Jays are trying to get her on a talk show right now. They're apparently hammering it out. I hope none of them hammer it out. She was on, someone told me about the Jay Leno Fly channel. 7 years ago, this video was posted with Craig Ferguson interviewing Meghan. This is where she acted like she didn't know who Harry was or the royal family after she apparently majored in international relations. And then she, quote unquote, worked for the embassy, which actually turned out to be just a few weeks and was paid by her uncle, whom she ghosted and cut out of her life and ignored him and didn't invite to the wedding. But it was only for a few weeks, but she acted like, oh, I worked for him. No, you didn't. You just did a little taster. You dipped your toe in. That was all that she dipped her toe in. That'd be like me, since I'm taking voice acting lessons, or voiceover. Oh yeah, I'm the queen of voiceover. Yeah, I'm the queen. But yet I haven't started yet. That's kind of Meghan right there. Yeah, but I would never do that. I would just probably always downplay it and say, God, I've got another 20, 30 years to be an expert. That's just me. Quite the opposite. Here we go, carrying on. Yeah, so she acts like she didn't know Harry. She didn't know Harry when she had that so-called international relations. She definitely used that international relations to good use with the big old cat grin, one person said, so they're kind of, we know what he meant by that, right? With the gentleman, apparently she only went on Friday with the set of Married with Children. She's always overreacting because this is about that interview she did years and years ago. She was overreacting. She was full of it. She's a pretentious slapper, is what people were saying. She almost messed up nearly saying, my father sent me there, but she caught herself. Yeah. Her dad did send her there, and her dad paid for it, but she wants to take accountability for it, but we found out that was a lie, too. Another lie. Anyways, she did say she went to college, but she didn't say university, and she did not mention she graduated. I think she went to the School of Hard Knocks with the yachting hat. I think she chose that route instead. She dropped it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe she did get an AA. I don't know, but whatever. It's a black. There is no purple regalia. Because if she did, she would have shown that off, right? She was extremely flirtatious and unbearably fake personality. Yeah, she does that. This is what she'll do again if they have this bidding war with Jimmy Fallon and Kimmel. Yeah, both Jimmys. Both Jimmys are trying to hammer it out. So there's a lot of stipulations trying to show her authentic side. Yeah, she thinks she doesn't need to go on there because she will be successful anyways, according to Neil Sean. Give me a break. She wants to control the narrative. Absolutely. And they are seriously hammering it out. Too bad. And meanwhile, while she's hammering that out, they're hammering that out. Harry's miserable and pissing and moaning over that hairdresser pose. The one where he's standing behind her with his hands on her shoulder and she's trying to pose like she's Hillary Clinton. And that was when she was wearing her Hillary Clinton vibe. That's when she was marrying Hillary Clinton. Remember that little era of Hillary Clinton when she wanted to become a politician? Wearing the red suit, and she was wearing the high-waisted pants, and they were dragging on the ground. And we all said, oh, all the Mexiters on YouTube were saying she's marrying Hillary right now. That was a bad copy thing going on, Meghan. That didn't look good on you. And then everyone laughed at you and said that you look like a big giant tomato. You remember that, you guys? Yeah, I remember that. So Harry doesn't like that. It's like his least favorite picture, but nobody feels sorry for him. Kind of laughing at you, Harry. You volunteered. He shouldn't complain because they gave him hair. They did Photoshop hair. So be happy about that. Yeah, the college situation. Yeah, of course she went to... college, not university, big difference. No purple regalia. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And, you know, she would have showed it off. Another ex-user said, well, you know what she would have done? She would have had a frame photo everywhere. It would have been all over, splashed all over the internet. That photograph of actually graduating from Northwestern University would have been everywhere. There's no way she wouldn't let us know and remind us on a frequent basis. She would. So a lot of these photographs, oh, I went and visited this school, blah, 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 and I posed with these blah, blah, blah people. It's just more blah, blah, Photoshop, fakery, going along with this supposed narrative. It's just keeping with the narrative. That's all. It's a TV show here, you guys. It's just a TV show, and it's the Meghan Markle show. And we know that she would have stood there on the steps where Catherine and Diana gave birth, because how on earth could she not take on that opportunity? Had she given birth, she would have done that too. And then she would have shown that picture everywhere we go. You would see it all over the internet. If you typed Meghan Markle, the pictures of her at college and the pictures of her standing on the Lindo wing would be everywhere. It would be in our faces. Anytime you Google her, it would be there. This is why these two things did not happen. Pam, and she's trolling Pam. Poor Pam. Pam's gonna get markled, you guys. She's already markled, Pam. Poor Pam. Pam needs to Pam needs to sue her, number one. Pam needs to get probably a restraining order against her. She's a scary troll. Yeah, so her current flame secret fantasy is to be Pam. She wants to be Pam. Nice try being Pam. Pam, the iconic sex symbol Pam. Okay. Meghan, you don't have the breasts or the artificial breasts or the body or the ability to pose naked. Nobody wants to see you naked, Meghan. No. But they wanted to see Pam multiple times. Something like 13 covers. Okay, here we go. Is Pam Anderson concerned at all about Meghan Markle? Can you see that? Okay, you can. Is Pam Anderson concerned at all about Meghan Markle's psycho energy? Is she concerned at all about Meghan Markle's trolling psycho energy? Oh, yeah, she is. Is she going to take measures to protect herself? Is she going to take measures to protect herself? No. Does she just think it's a passing fancy? Is it just a passing fancy? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm assuming she probably thinks, yeah, I've had people, men, for instance, probably, men have probably across the globe have tattooed her face on their body. So she's probably used to this. She's like, oh, it'll pass. It's happened before. The psychos always come. Yeah, just another psycho, right, Pam? Okay, so let's get some energy on that. Pam is not going to go into protection measures. She's just going to probably just carry on. Just carry on, ignore her. Oh, there we go. That wants out. I will take it because it just flipped on out. 3 of Swords, and it's in the reverse position. So it's a healing position. The arms are up, dropping the sword. I'm not going to say anything. It's just a jealousy war playing out. Yeah, a jealousy war, and maybe she's a little stuck in grief. It's just sort of black magic. Yeah, she's trying to be me, all right. That's Black Meghan, all right. That's why I said earlier, who's the best witch of them all? Meghan. Meghan, you're the best witch. Okay, it is also, I don't care if I hurt you. She's like, okay, I know she's, she might hurt me a little bit here. Maybe she's a little lonely. Maybe she's a little bit mad. It's the madness card. It's the jealousy war. Not accepting loss and grief. So she's like, well, she's suffering. Just let her. She'll drop it eventually. Those swords are all going to come down because it's a 3 in reverse. No, 3. Yeah, 3 in reverse. So that would be, well, people aren't going to pay attention to her anyways. So, okay. All right. That's fine with me. Fine. She can do what she wants because it's not going to go anywhere. She's going in the wrong direction. There isn't going to be any growth. I challenge her to go bigger and better than my channel or her show. She doesn't think it's a threat, in essence. It's not a threat. She doesn't think people will be able to cooperate with Meghan. Yeah, cooperate with Meghan. Yeah, dictator in heels. She doesn't think the opportunities will flow in. They'll flow out. So she's not worried about it. She's in her own healing mode journey. She's focused on herself. She's not considered about, oh, the triangulation. Okay, maybe I ought to get in the fire with her with the swords. No, she's like, no, I'm staying in my peace. I'm in a happy place. I'm just going to stay where I'm happy. I don't need to deal with her. No, I'm going to go at the center of the deck, and then I'm going to start reading from there. What do we have here? We have the Emperor, the royal crest. Yeah, she figures, well, maybe she should go back to them. But anyways, with the Emperor, she's just staying quiet out of probably some respect for the royal family as well. She's acquiring power on her own end. The Emperor is also about law and order. She'll just let probably the law of order of nature handle Meghan because she's not going to do anything. I'll just let things play out on their own. And she's got her own confidence up. She's got her own confidence up with healing. So why should she bother with Meghan? And then we have here the Ace of Cups upright. Wow, you're just being too nice, Pam. But I would say that Pam is having this new energy of a fresh new chapter for her life, a new emotional chapter of getting back her own, pioneering herself and loving every minute of it. And she's in a place of peace. She's going to go with her psychic, intuitive energy and just stay in love. So love with, Pam with love. There you go. And she's in a peaceful place. So it really fits with the show of her thinking, hey, I'm top dog here. Emperor's a 4. So she's building. She's too bothered with, focused on herself, as we should be, and not be focused on the chaos and drama of Meghan and Harry, what they're trying to stir the pot and get you involved and suck you into her little dark web. Not going to happen with Pam. Pam is in a position of control, of building, and mastery, and pioneering herself and setting boundaries. She's understanding the logistics of it. And Pam is older. It's supposed to be an older masculine card, but I'm just going to refer to her as being older female. But she's in this very much control position here. She feels like she's the royalty one. Pam's royalty. Pam's American royalty of sex symbolism. And everybody loves Pam. So everybody loves the position that Pam's in, taking charge of her own life, being her own boss. And she's sort of like American royalty. And she's acquiring power for herself. You don't need to worry about what Meghan's doing when you're doing so well yourself. That is like someone who's healed from previous triangulation and pain and suffering, is how I'm going to say that. Because Three of Swords upright is when you get caught up in the drama with other people and you triangulate yourself into pain and ongoing suffering, painful moments in your lives, showing that dark, shadowy times in yourself, very painful losses, heartbreak, trying to heal yourself, but still suffering. She's healed. She's in a healed position. So Meghan, who's Meghan? Meghan who? Meghan, what? Okay, Meghan who? Okay, so it's Meghan who? Meghan who? So she figures here it would be poor judgment. It's the judgment in reverse. So it's killed the connection and move on from the negative announcement of finding out about it. So Meghan, everybody's going to look at you badly. And she probably figures people are killing the connection with Meghan. And so she's just going to avoid it. It's an avoidance position with the judgment in reverse because it's a 20 in reverse. So, no one's going to bless her. The potential's in reverse. The dualities are in reverse. No one wants to hook up. She doesn't want to hook up. She's not interested. She's judged her poorly, and just kill it, move on, avoid. There'll be consequences for Meghan, and just let everything else work out for itself. Then I have here she's going to walk away. We have here the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, we have this here. She's an antagonist. Oh, it's the battle and betrayal. It's a repeat issue. She's had it before, like what I got earlier. She's had it before. So I guess that's the consequences of being someone like Pamela. People want to mimic you. Yeah, everybody wanted to dress like Pam. Everyone, God, I remember those 90s. So many women bleached their hair blonde, wore the same hairstyle, tried to duplicate the makeup, get the same, what was it? It was the tattoo on her arm. It looked like barbed wire, the barbed wire tattoo. Women were getting the same size implants, the double, triple Ds, going bigger. Everyone had to go bigger. If they were a C cup, it's not enough. Got to go like Pam, go bigger, go home. Everyone was mimicking and mirroring Pam, so she's used to the war, the antagonizing energy of a repeat issue. And then nobody wants to back down. Everybody makes poor judgment trying to be Pam. But she's just like, hey, I'm just standing my power mode in peace. I've experienced this. I'm not jumping in the fire. I know, backing down, it'll never back down. She's used to it. It's probably a problem for life. Then we have here the cornucopia card in reverse here. So she doesn't think Meghan will ever get what she wants with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. She's taking shortcuts by cheating. This is what I was saying. And it's dishonest and it's disloyal. And it's basically, she's going to force labor onto other people to do the job for her because she's incapable. She doesn't see Meghan as mastering and growing her reputation with a commitment towards excellence and hard work and dedication. It's to the arts, which would be including cooking and whatnot. It's the professional and, it is the advancement card in essence. Meticulous attention detail. You know how Meghan said that she paid meticulous attention to detail, but yet she keeps screwing up over and over and over. That's why she is not the Eight of Pentacles upright. She's the reverse version. So yeah, Meghan, she's just, this is this whole reevaluating. Meghan needs to reevaluate what she's doing. And then we have here the Five of Wands in reverse. So with Five of Wands in reverse, she's not going to get in competition. What competition? I'm a sex goddess from the 90s. Who are you? I mean, she barely came out of her mama's hoo-ha when she was already famous. So there's no competition. Hello, drop your wand. Events will be canceled. There'll be delays. She's refusing to play the game. I'm not playing the game with you. Not playing the game with you. So she's not going to play the game. She's going to fully ice her out. I'm icing you out. I don't care. I know you're there, but I don't want to see you. We're down here. I don't care about you. This is the 10 of Swords in reverse. So basically it's game up. She knows she's the victim of Meghan, but she knows the game will come to an end. And then we have here the 10 of Pentacles. I think this is. Yes, it is. In reverse. She does not think Meghan will be able to keep the challenge going. That Pentacles in reverse. She can't pass the test of time. She's not a homebody person. She's not that cook. She's not that gardener. She's not any of that things. She doesn't think Meghan will be loyal to the situation, nor will she harvest hardworking growth, progress, keep learning, really be interested in it and get the success-driven energy of the 10 of Pentacles. And that she's basically out of the family. She's out of the royal family. And she, Meghan always wants more, and she's never satisfied. And she doesn't see that happening. It's a negative legacy for Meghan. And she could end up facing legal issues. If she keeps doing it, she doesn't shut up. Maybe eventually Pam will reconsider and consider a legal situation here. And then it would be money losses. I don't think she wants to spend the money on that. But she also probably thinks Meghan's going through a divorce, or she should. And maybe she might think, well, maybe the royal family is a bit nasty to her, so I'm not going to do it to her. But I'm just going to let this negative legacy affect her because I understand how hard the work is. So she's really not going to do anything. It is going to come to a negative conclusion, an end. She's expecting an end of the cycle. It will come to an end. So she's not worried about it. She figures, oh, how long is this going to go on? Yeah, she figures she's going to slip and fall trying to be the boss. Chit chat. She doesn't want to talk with her. Nope. She figures Meghan will get bored. She's getting very nervous now. Very low quality workmanship. So she's not concerned about the workmanship because no one wants to work with her. She has troubles with employees. She has troubles with coworkers. She has problems with authority. Meghan has inferiority complex, and this here is just raising anxiety. So she probably figures, yeah, Meghan's really alone in her viewpoints here, and nobody really wants to work with her. She's quite boring. It'll be boring. So I'm just going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see with the 3 of Wands. I'm going to wait and see what happens. I'm going to watch it. She's going to watch it. She's thinking, yeah, this whole wheel is going to wheel backwards. And it's basically bad luck, misfortune. She's going to get her comeuppance here. But she's going to wait for it. She's going to wait for it. She's going to wait for the lies of the 7 of Swords. Yeah, let's watch the lies. A little sneaky, snaky thief that likes to take other people's things and claim them as her own and hope nobody notices. But we did. Yeah, So anyway, she's going to look at what kind of resources she's using, what parts she stole. What parts did she steal? And she's thinking, wow, she's a little bit bonkers. It's driving to the dark side. This is the crazy card. She's crazy. She's caught up in illusions and fantasy, smoke and mirrors. Wow, what a crazy lying narcissist right here. You crazy lying narcissist. Little snake trying to eat away. Are you a little sick? You know what? But it's debate mode. She could go back and say, I'm going to let it go for now. Let's see what happens vibe. I'll see what she's taken. I'll decide that I know she's got a plate of problems on her hands spread. No one wants to work with her anyways. I'm iced her out. She's going to have bad luck, bad karma, I'm just going to look to see I know she wants a war with me, but I'm not concerned about her. I'm focused on myself. And I don't want to stir the pot with the witch. I'm just going to drop my wand and let her ego probably take herself down here. And I'm just going to wait and see. Probably isn't going to make money. A very poor judgment, lack of self-awareness of Meghan here, and doesn't think that she's going to ever really grow and expand herself, wants to focus on her own healing. She could at some point in time decide she's got to decide now. She's going to block off her heart chakra. She's going to block off her heart chakra with the 2 of Swords. She's going to check within herself. Eventually, she might make a decision. might make a decision on the devil, on the fact that Meghan's trying to control things and she sort of trapped her in this situation. So she might have to go to her dark self and make a decision what she wants to do. She wants to control Meghan because Meghan's controlling. Well, should I control her back? Should I play the puppet strings and trap Meghan? Because Meghan has been trapped, but she is that sort of red flag individual. She understands dark energy because she's had a lot of failed love in her life. She's had to make a lot of decisions about control freaks and addictions and obsessions. She understands Meghan's like the devil who's trying to trap her. So that is a problem here with the 9 of Swords in the upright position. So, okay, Meghan could end up in jail. This is the prisoner card. But she also feels like she's been trapped by Meghan into this little tormented situation, and how do I get out of it? But she's going to focus on herself, but she realizes this could end up as something that she might have to revisit. And then we have here the Ace of Swords in reverse, where she has those harsh conversations and says, hey, what you're doing is dishonest. You're lying. You need to stop this now. You need to cut it out now. Cut it out now. Drop your wand and cut it out now. I don't care if your ego takes a fall. Stop now. No one's watching you. No one's ambitious. So she's counting on herself, but she's also counting that if she needs to, she can and she will. She'll take that climb. She will figure it out with this 2 of Wands upright, and then she'll make plans. All right, what should I do? What should I do? What should I initiate? Should I travel? Do I take this decisive action? Do I take this decisive action over this Knight of Swords here, where it's a message of caution do I need to become an aggressor at this position? So she needs to decide if she wants to stay from peace. Then eventually, if it gets bad enough, then I'll do what I got to do when I got to do it. But for now, I'm just going to wait. I am going to watch it. I don't want to get involved and triangulate it, but yeah, I can if I have to. So she can if she has to, but she'll go inward. She'll listen to advisors of the elders and advisors of the Hermit card. Unlike Meghan, Pam's going to listen to advisors. And then we have here which one is this? Glasses. Where did I put them? I can't see that little tiny number there. And that is a 6 of Cups in reverse. So basically, it is telling her to stop. There's no harmony here. I'm not going to accept you taking what's mine. Basically struggling. Time to grow up, Meghan. Time to grow up. It's not idolizing. It's just you should stop idolizing me. Because I'm no longer idolizing my youth. I don't idolize my youth. I've moved on. Maybe you should stop idolizing me as well. Because this is that idolizing the past. It is that whole nostalgia card. It's the nostalgia card. Maybe you idolized me when you were younger, but really you should stop. Because I don't idolize mine. I've totally moved past. I'm a different version of myself now. There had been a lot of pain and suffering, ongoing issues, and triangulation and pain with devils and drugs and drugs. I said it because my cousin was a makeup artist, by the way. And she did do Pam's makeup during her Baywatch era. And she was hiding track marks when she was with Tommy Lee. Okay, I just dropped a bomb on you. But that was brief, and then she got off it because she did her makeup a lot. Okay, she was one of Pam's makeup artists. And hope she doesn't watch this. But, we know Tommy was a horrible, horrible influence on her. She made a lot of poor judgments in her past. She screwed up a lot. She had to lie herself. It put her own mental health at risk, and it tanked her own family with him. She understands pain. She understands drug addiction. She understands you got to stop looking at it, block it off, don't look at it. She doesn't want to look at her past. She doesn't want to focus on her past. She's gained wisdom and insight, and she's on this going through the dark night of the soul healing journey. So all those dark days of her past are completely 100% behind her because she didn't benefit from it. She didn't benefit from it herself. It put her out of balance, and she had to relinquish control towards going inward and soul searching and finding her inner contemplation, inner reflection, withdrawing for enlightenment, gaining wisdom, and looking at herself. So I had to give up my past, my bitter past. I don't idolize that past anymore, neither should you. So that's how I got it. That's what I got. So, you know, don't hate on the fact she did that. I mean, hey, she was with Tommy Lee, for Christ's sake. He's a walking red flag. I knew the minute I thought, oh my God, what is she doing? I knew it would be problems because I was sort of gifted back then, even though I didn't throw cards. I knew the minute I was like, oh girl, you're making a mistake. But I know she loves him, but that's like her favorite mistake in life, I guess. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.